The opinions and views expressed in the following video are for entertainment purposes only. They do not reflect the views of Twin Galaxies, Persistent Productions, or any of its affiliates.
Welcome to the Twin Galaxies show, gameplay edition. We are going to be featuring a world record here. We are here with Triforce. Hi Triforce, how you doing?
Hello guys.
Well, we are watching right now as you get your first mushroom, Super Mario Brothers. It's versus Super Mario Brothers, am I correct?
That's correct. That's the arcade version of the, well actually this came out first before the console. So this is the first rendition of Super Mario Brothers.
And this is a world record run. Now,
oh, you gave it away, Mike. Now we know that he gets the world record.
Oh, okay. Great.
I'm just kidding.
Here's a trick right here. Use this trick to get the first 5,000 points. Pop up.
Oh, I like the fact you get the extra 200 votes for killing it off at the end. Now, is this now? When you played this game for the very first time, was it on an arcade or was it the home console?
No, my very first time I played this game in the Bronx in New York on White Plains Road in a laundromat when I saw the arcade version of the game. I didn't even know there was that Nintendo had a console at the time. I used to go to my friend's house and play on his Sega Master System. And when I played this game, a friend told me you can always just buy this and get it at the console. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah. So I was like, wow, I got to get a regular Nintendo. And my father, he used to, after school, he used to drop me off at this grocery store with his friend called Bunny. And the place still exists. It's just the owner is not there anymore. But I used to do my homework. And if I was done with my homework, he would allow me to go next door to the laundromat. And then I could play the game.
Oh, very neat. So your first experience was the arcade machine. Cool.
Yes, my first experience was the arcade machine. I just messed up right there. I just lost about 3,000 points. I was supposed, actually 4,000. I was supposed to collect the Starman, slide under and follow the turtle, and it would hit and give me 1,000 and then 2,000 points on the third enemy, the fourth enemy, I mean. What
about the Firefly? Is that Fire Flower still there? I noticed you jumped over that too.
Yeah, I think I missed the Fire Flower. On the home, because the console version and the arcade version has slight differences. They're about 95% the same, but they're totally different in certain respects in terms of the scoring and the mechanics of the game. I made a mistake right there because I should have just kept running. I would have made more points on a time rather than sitting there killing that enemy and trying to get the fire flower.
Oh.
It's funny though. When you're making a world record run, when you play the game so many times and make so many errors and start all over, you never know when your world record game is coming up. And I'm telling you right now, this game was not my planned world record. I just said I'm just gonna do what I can. I made an error or two, and I said it's whatever, and I'll just keep going to see what happens. And I'll show you when I started to take the game actually serious.
Very neat.
Do you record every game, Triforce?
No, I don't. I'm going against my code of honor right here. I usually do not record my games for reasons. Ever since I got involved with Twin Galaxies back in 2008, I knew about Twin Galaxies back in the late 90s. But I never felt I was good enough to compete at the time because I was younger then. So, when I heard of the guys like Ben Gold and Todd Rogers and Billy Mitchell, I was like, oh, those guys are like grandmasters. I'll never get to their level. And my friends used to tell me, there's like, no, you're real good. You should. And I'm like, nah, because you're younger, you're like that. But I'm older now, and, my friends told me Twin Galaxies still existed. I was like, really? And then I saw the King of Kong, and that was the end of it. I'm like, I'm back in there. So when I pretty much I used that as like the incentive to get me, to compete all over again with the classic games. I'm the generation right after Billy and the rest of those guys, because those guys were like the early 80s. I came into like competitive classic gaming around 86, 87. That's when it started for me. So that's why when you look at a lot of my records on Twin Galaxies, it's for games like Contra, Mercs, Mario Brothers, Tiger Road, Black Tiger. All these games are late 80 games going into the 90s.
Okay, most of your games are, or most of your records are console records, right?
No, most of my well, actually, they're a mixture of console and arcade and handheld. That's what my records are comprised of. Some handhelds, mostly DS. Console is mostly like a mixture of Nintendo. There we go. That's the 5,000 right there, and I still get the coins. But they're mostly like it's a mixture of everything. I'm even gonna try to set something this year on PC because I want to be able to, I want that diversity so I can go across all the platforms, at least one in every category. So I'm working on that. I just don't know what PC game I'm gonna do it in.
Oh, how close are? Is that the only one you have left to not?
Well, from what I'm looking at, yes, because I have handhelds down packed. I have consoles down packed. I have arcades down packed, and I at least have one record that I know I'm going to go to my grave with, because this is all a plan that was set up. That I'm going to make a record in each game that no matter what, I'm going to my grave with that record. So I find games that I can max scores, so you can only tie. You can only tie.
Yeah.
Because you can't keep a record for long. No matter how great you are, someone will always be better. That's just the nature of things. Everyone says Michael Jordan's the greatest, and I'm like, he's the greatest of the 90s.
Yeah.
And now they're saying Kobe's the greatest. So I'm like, yeah, he's the greatest of the 21st century. You guys don't understand. Like, there's gonna be evolution dictates there will be someone better.
Yep. Or sometimes you won't be able to different eras, you couldn't be able to tell who's a better gamer.
That's true.
On a cross of many gamings, we always talk about Billy Mitchell and Steve Wiebe and all those guys. They're one-trick ponies. We like to refer to them sometimes, more or less. But we've talked about multi-platform.
Well, and when the next gamer comes around to beat one of your records, he's gonna have everything you've already learned. He's not gonna have to discover that for himself.
No, he's not, and that's why I try. I would like to try to stay on top as long as I can. I know I've already accepted that I cannot stay on top forever. I'm not one of those gamers who, someone believes that no one's ever going to be greater than me. There's no such thing. But in order for me to stay on top as long as I can, I have to try to keep some of my records, a secret. In certain aspects in terms of how I obtain them, because now when this video gets out, there's a couple of Super Mario Brother professionals, Andrew Gardakis, if I pronounced his last name correct. He already knows about the true depth of this game. We both found out that you can actually score 3 million points. I practice it on MAME, and I've gotten 3 million points consecutively now. So it's about me going and doing it. And the secret of getting the 3 million points is in this game. It's all in this game. It shows you what needs to be done. And when we get to World 5-1, I'm going to tell you guys the secret, because I plan on going to get the record. And once I get the record, then I'm just going to retire the game. Now, I've gotten a different set of 3 million point scores. One was, hold on, let me get this piece of paper here. Yeah, all right, I have one here for 3,010,200, and the other one, this is the highest I've ever gotten. I have one for 3,067,400.
Nice.
And this is my highest one, 3,700,000, and that's on the dot. And I was kind of, I was like, wow, that looks like a good score with the zeros behind it. So it's about me now going in and just getting it done.
Yeah.
And someone's gonna find out how to beat it, because even when I'm playing, I see some things I can do that are better than my previous run. But each run you make will always be different, and that's the reason why the scores fluctuate. And because we're human, the consistency in terms of repeating exactly what you do, but this time getting stuff that you miss, is nearly inhuman.
I love how you just always keep the fireballs. I mean, that's one of the funnest things to watch, and you kill Bowser so much quicker, so much easier just when you have those fireballs, and you make it look so easy to never lose them. That is why I love watching this.
And this is me on autopilot, really, because the first 4 levels I'm not really paying attention. It's the same. I'm just running through the game because every time I keep playing, if I make an error, I'm just repeating the first 3 levels over and over again. So I'm not necessarily even doing anything. I'm just doing the same thing over and over. And so I already know where all the frees are. Everything.
Yeah.
I already know where all the power-ups are. And it's when I get to level 5, things change. Then I'm gonna have to actually play serious, because level 5 requires a very important trick. Right here, you're supposed to just normal jump. A lot of people hold B and jump in with the speed. If you do that, you'll hit the brick and drop straight down.
Huh.
That's kind of a hard trick too, because so many people when they play this game, myself included, just are always holding down B.
Yeah, and you literally have to condition yourself not to, know when and know when not to. Coins are very, very important in this game. Andrew will definitely tell you the same thing. Coins are very important because the coins in the versus game. Oh, I made a mistake there. I should have just shot him. I just wanted to be difficult.
Any thoughts about you going for the console version of this by chance? I know it's different. There's differences, of course, but
yeah. Well, for me, the entire competitive aspect of World Records, I have a different outlook on it, unlike other people. For me, that right there, I would have fell in the pit because I was holding on B and I was just trying to run and jump. But back to the question you asked. When I look at World Records as a whole, there are literally millions of different variations with all video games combined. If you were to put different variations for different world records of all the video games that existed, especially at Twin Galaxies tracks, going back as far as the first video game console, the brown box or the Odyssey, which whatever you want to call it, there is more than enough records for all the gamers combined in the United States of America. There's no need to get every single world record, and that's the thing for me. I don't need to have every world record. So if you look at my scoreboard on Twin Galaxies, there are games that I have scores for, and I only have it twice. And then I was like, something, I don't like this, so I just stopped doing it. I just get one version of it, and I leave another version for someone else to get. Let them get, some shine or some burn. It's not important for me to have it. So just because I can get 1 million points in Super Mario Brothers on the arcade does not necessarily mean I need to get 1 million points on the console version. And to be very honest with you, there was no 1 million points in the console version until the first 1 million points was made on the arcade. And this was back in 2008. Then everyone started getting 1 million points on the regular console version. And then Andrew was the first to put 2 million points on the screen.
wow.
Which upsetted me.
Well, what Mike just asked is one of our favorite things to ask gamers, because every gamer seems to have such a different take on that. There's some guys that just want, if they're the king of Mario, or they're the king of Galaga, or they're the king of Pac-Man, they want to own every record that's got that character in it. And then there's some that just feel that, there's only one true record to it. But what you just said is kind of a different take altogether. I kind of liked it because it's like you said, there's so many other games out there, so why keep getting them?
Yeah, well, and the reason why is, all right, the arrogance in the entire the arrogance in the entire statement, there's only one true king. There's no such thing. Kings die.
Nice.
So when you're dead, there's gonna be a new king, and he's not the true king. He's gonna die too, and then there will be another king, and that's just the way it is. Now I can understand that they are pretenders to the current throne, but the throne will be usurped eventually. That's just the way it is. So for me, it's not about what I win. It's about what I do with my wins. And for what I've been doing in Twin Galaxies for the last since 2008, coming in is trying to build some type of portfolio off of my war records, so that I can use to help the gaming brand that I own, which is Empire Arcadia, and pretty much try to market that, create new markets in the gaming scene to help the scene overall. It's not really about celebrating what, championships or world records I win. That's irrelevant. There will always be better. This is just my time, so I have to make the best of my time, and that's what it is for me.
I like it. Well, it's good. It's good you have your fireballs back at this point too. Again, you lost them for a little while, but it's just. To me, whenever I'm playing, so I've never actually played the arcade version of this game. I'm trying to find. I've played so much of the NES version. I'm trying to find little nuances that are a little, different here and there. But I've never actually played this version. But like I was saying before, that's it seems like the hardest thing is to keep your fireballs. But if you can, it's so much easier to kill Bowser. And that's you lost him for a little bit, but you got him back in time to go in there and waste Bowser again.
Well, the fireballs are very important because if it allows you to play a little bit more relaxed, not in terms of killing Bowser, but in terms of getting the flagpoles and the what's the name of this thing? The
Lakitu?
That and the fireworks. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Because you're not going to always. Sometimes to get the 3,000 additional points on the fireworks, you'll sometimes lose 1,000 points trying to sit on the pole properly, because you have to position yourself on the jump. And if you lose 1,000 points in time and then miss the flagpole, now you just missed 4,000 points. So when you keep the firepower, the amount of enemies you actually kill.
Nice.
I'm supposed to slide under that and jump around, but whatever. I'll take that.
Nice.
I like doing that all the time. But so all the amount of points you miss off the flagpole and the firepower every time you make a mistake, you gain those points over time by killing enemies and killing Koopa.
Now you have not died yet, right? At all at this point?
No, I haven't died. I'll wait to make the announcement at the end of the game. This is a trick right here that I learned from Andrew. I forgot that there was a coin box under there, right there.
Huh.
I don't think I knew that.
I didn't knew that either.
Is that true in the console version? Do you happen to know?
Yes, in the console version, that coin box is there, and there's a coin box right there as well.
That one I knew about. This one, but I didn't know about that first one, and I played a lot of this game over the years.
Which goes back to a question, the point to a question that you actually asked about my recording world records.
Yeah.
Once this video gets out, and everyone who's watching this now, everyone's gonna head to FunSpot, who likes to play this game, and they're gonna just try to emulate what they just saw, and that is the aspect of the recording that I do not like, because back in the days when there was no YouTube, and there was no video camcorders. That was there was video camcorders, but it was just not practical for a regular United States citizen to have one to take it with them. So you couldn't record what I'm doing here in the arcade and then take it home, and then upload it on YouTube so everyone can see your secrets. So world records were able to stay alive a lot longer back then, because if you were not there to witness it with your own eyes, then you do not know the techniques and the strategies to practice. So you would have to go into the arcade and practice it on your own with your own quarters. There is no MAME, save state, quit, start all again, or reset. None of that existed. You have to start. You made an error. You had to die all your men. That also takes a toll on you psychologically, because you have to wait all over again just to start your game all over again.
Oh yeah.
And and then sometimes it'll make you say, you know something, I'll do this tomorrow, and so forth. Only the hardcore legends that had the mentality to withstand that were able to compete on a level that they made the games, extend way past the go past a threshold the normal players had. I learned that from Andrew as well.
The little run under there.
Yeah,
that's cool.
I used to just run and jump. We learned a lot from each other when we were playing the game, since we've been going back and forth over it for the last year. So we use each other's tips and tricks. But when you have two top players like that doing it, it's one thing. But when you have everyone following the strategy of one person who set the standard, it's another. And I don't personally condone it. Me personally. So that's why you have a lot of world records that have stood the test of time, 20 plus years. Now, if a record stays alive for 1 year, you're lucky.
Yeah.
That's true. Mike can tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah.
With his Sonic the Hedgehog records.
Yeah. I think no one could. I mean, I didn't release no video, but there was just a point in time where I think somebody learned out my little trick that, I just haven't. I actually, honestly, I haven't even beat Sonic yet, and those were the scores I was sending in. So it was more of a, I want to see what everybody else can do. Now I got to sit down and maybe try for it again.
Well, the main reason why is because everyone can just go on online and go to GameFAQs and read up scores, the complete breakdown of the game, tips and tricks, all types of stuff. And then I'm not even going to go into the realm of cheating. Cheating is an art in itself.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's true. Yeah.
It requires skill to cheat now. You can't just cheat anymore regularly. You have to be a master at cheating now. All right, this is where it all begins. In order to get this free here on this stage in level 4-3, you had to have gotten every coin in the mushroom tunnel. Wait till I go back. You saw I got a free right there, and then right here, this free will only appear if you get all the coins in level 4-3.
I noticed it was red. The text was red. I never seen that before.
I didn't know that.
See, now everybody knows.
Yeah.
Everyone knows now, so they're gonna be doing this whole thing all over, and you're gonna see scores. When I went into FunSpot in 2008, the scores, the score for this game was 300,000 or 400,000. I think it was like Brian Koo who had the score at the time, and I set the first million points in the arcade game as 1.9 million, 1.97 something, and since that time, then Andrew came in and set the 2.5 million, and from there, you're gonna see a bunch of 2 million point scores.
Yep.
All right, right here, this is the crucial part of this entire game. Learning to pass this hammer brother without getting hit, and you have to start the screen off where the hammer brother always resides on the top stair. If he stands on the second stair and he comes down, you cannot pass him because you need this wide arching jump right there. Oh, you need that.
That's a spot where I'm sure you wish you still had your fireballs, but you made it happen.
Well, in order to get the 3 million points, you cannot have your fireballs, because the world before it, World 5-1, you saw that area where I tricked the turtles and I kicked them and I got the glitch free. And now the reason why you saw that the free turned red is because that the turtle it hits to give you the additional man does not exist. It's a glitch. When you kick, there's only supposed to be 2 turtles that come on the screen, but because the turtle shell that you're kicking, that counts as 1. It hits 2 more turtle shells for a total of 3. Now, if you can get the turtle shell to go in front of you far enough where it kills the first turtle shell, and then the second one, and then vanishes off the screen, it's going to hit the pipe that's off the screen that you're going to be running to, and it's going to come back. The computer loads an additional turtle that does not exist on the screen, and that's the free that you're getting.
So why exactly can't you have fireballs at that point?
Because when you have to kill off all 4 of your men to do it.
Oh, okay.
and when you kill off all 4 of your men, you're down to 1 more man left, and you have to beat the game with that final man, and you have to learn to pass that hammer, brother, with that final man. Because if you die 5 times, the game is by Twin Galaxies standards, the game is over. And when you die off all 4 of your men, you get anywhere from 130,000 to 140,000, depending on how well you traded off all your men in World 5-1. Also, after getting that free, you're supposed to go down to that warp pipe in World 5-1, and you'll get those coins. Now there are 10 coins in the brick side, and there's 6 to 8 coins when you're small Mario that you can get. So when you look at the 4 deaths that you're getting 16 coins. So that's 16 times 4. So your coin count goes up, and it's very important because levels 7 and 8, there are 2 coin boxes that you can get that gives you a 20th or 21st man. And so that when you beat the game with all of your men intact, because although you died 4 times, you did the trick to get the freeze back. So technically, you didn't die yet.
Oh.
You died by Galaxies rules, but the video game keeps your count because you're kicking the turtle shell, you're getting the free, you go down in a pipe, you collect your coins, you come up the pipe, you step on the bullet bills until time run out, you will die, and then you start again. But then when you kick the turtle shell again, you get that free that you just lost.
Okay. This is...
Wow.
There's so many people too that that warp through these levels when so many people consider themselves a connoisseur when it comes to Mario, but so many people just warp through these levels that they really are not. They haven't mastered them the way you have.
There's no way to get the world record if you warp. Impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just there's so many people out there who consider themselves just the ultimate Mario player in their own mind, and probably would watch you playing the first level, the second level, thinking, "Oh, I can do that." But they're so used to warping through those other levels later that they don't have the mastery of the entire game like you do.
The experience just of playing it so many times.
Sure.
And that's because they're just trying to find shortcuts. It's very difficult to go through this game without using any of the shortcuts. This is the most dangerous world in the entire game, level 6, because of level 6-3. It's just so annoying. And there's something very important. Level 6-4, most people try to defeat level 6-4 without firepower because there's a jump that if you try to make that jump while you're Super Mario, your head will hit off the wall and you'll fall right into the lava pit. And I've learned to beat that stage with firepower because you saw that trick that I did earlier.
The ducking?
The ducking jump.
Yep.
Yes. So I learned how to jump while I'm small, making myself small by ducking. Oh my goodness! Yeah, let's go. Oh, what? I jumped out of that.
There you go.
Well, I'm in trouble because I'm gonna have to come out real quick. If I stood in there, I would have run the risk that the spiny beetle would have came under me and hit me, and I needed my firepower.
It's nice to, I think what you're kind of hinting at earlier with the firepower is, even aside from being able to kill the enemies with the firepower, it gives you basically another hit point, which is just gives you that leeway, which is so nice.
Yeah, so if you make an error, you're still alive.
Exactly, and that just seems so much, it's just, so much easier, just, even if it's just a mental thing, I would imagine.
Insurance policy.
Yeah.
Literally, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. So when you look at my game right now, technically, I've only been hit once.
Yep.
Oh, okay,
So-
yeah.
yeah,
Right.
So far.
I don't think I knew about that.
Well, now you do.
Yeah, this is a learning experience for Josh.
Yeah,
For me,
it is.
I'm watching somebody really awesome play video games because I'm no Mario enthusiast, I'll say.
Yeah, I am. I absolutely love the Mario games.
Ah.
Yeah, I made that one error.
Are there arcade versions of the other Mario games at all? 2,
No.
3? No, I didn't think so.
It's player 10 Choice made the version where you could play the 3 and 2 from the home consoles, but they weren't original arcades.
Okay.
I think Duck Hunt's one of them. Duck Hunt's
Yeah, versus Duck Hunt versus Hogan's Alley. Those are all actual arcades.
first. Those are arcades first before.
Yeah, those are all arcades first.
No.
Same thing for Popeye. Nintendo had their whole arcade series. I'm gonna show you something that I learned from Andrew. I'm here, and this is crazy. All right, it's coming up. When you jump, you're supposed to just run, jump. Don't worry about it. It automatically loads that turtle for you to always hit it like that.
Really?
Actually time it all the time. You don't have to. The minute you jump on that snow platform and you hit that snow platform, you're supposed to just run and jump. I never jump underneath that box for one reason. Those 3 coins are not important because if you jump wrong, your head will hit the box and you'll die. Gotta set this up because gotta get up on the top of this. Oh, missed it. This part, you jump wrong, you'll die as well. If you don't jump on the edge with the jump, your head is gonna hit that top of the platform. You see how I just missed it?
Mm-hmm.
If my head hit the top of that, I would have died. Oh, the best way to pass that is to just run.
Oh
jump,
yeah,
jump.
it's all reaction. It's a true gamer. Just if you take too long, you'll never.
That's
Gotcha.
one of my favorite things about Mario is that there is still so much involved with this game that's like that. That there isn't a trick to get around it. You really do just have to use those quick reflexes to make it happen. I love that about this game.
This is the stage now where everything I have to do is based on jumping short. You have to duck. It's best to just take your time with the stage. It's not that important to rush through it. Jump, duck.
I love the residual shoot the fire bombs with the fire. That's got to be a residual leftover from when you were a kid, because I do that too. You know the fireballs can't shoot if you're saying I'm gonna shoot this thing 20 times anyway, just in case maybe someday I'm gonna blow up one of those things. I just love that. It just shows to me that how long you've been playing this game and just that you're still having fun doing it.
See those jumps?
Yes,
a lot of
I
people don't
did.
know how to make those jumps.
Very impressive. No, I like how you do the duck jump. I've seen people do the duck jump before, but you seem to really have a mastery over it. Actually, it seems like it comes pretty second nature to you.
Yeah, it does. A lot of Street Fighter.
Another one of my favorite games.
Has Andrew seen this yet, by chance, or no?
Nope, you guys are the first people in the world to see this, and I'm so serious.
We are honored.
This has been verified, though, so technically I think we're the second.
Well, yeah, that's because, obviously, okay, you guys are the second.
I just messed with it. And this was done on New Year's Eve, right?
Yep, I did not want to go into 2011 without this record. So I gave up my New Year's to go set this record. Everyone misses this coin box. Why? Because it's so dangerous to go after it. But because I had firepower, I said I'm going to go after it. Watch this. If you do it with your back turn, even if the bullet bill comes, you always step on it.
Oh, wow.
If you face the bullet bill, then you get hit.
That's awesome. I thought you were gonna get hit right there, but then I soon realized that you knew exactly what you were doing.
Lance,
Yeah.
if I just
All these
finish
coins
this,
You sound pretty tired here.
we'll see. Let me not speak.
Yeah, I
too
was.
soon, 'cause the
This was like
minute
3,
is too
4 in the
soon.
morning. Actually, no. This was closer to, because it was almost daylight. No, it was daylight. So this was like 5, 6 in the morning.
Okay. On the morning of New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it was the 31st.
31st, okay.
Very cool. Wow, it's the first time I've heard the under 100 seconds thing yet in your game, but I understand why in this level.
Yeah, I had to take my time. I lost 1,000 points just to do this, but it didn't matter to me. Because I got it right back there. I just made 8,000 points, so it didn't make a difference.
See, it would just, as much as I played this game, it would be so strange to me to play it with a joystick.
You know that that reef part?
Yeah, the joystick. Believe it or not, I prefer the joystick than the D-pad. I actually wish I could, for the NES version, when I'm playing casually, because I have it downloaded on the Wii, that I could just take the joystick and just hook it up and play it.
There are ways to mod the NES Advantage to your Wii.
Really?
Yeah, I know a guy. I'll get you his number.
Yeah.
This is a dangerous part. You see that part I had to do? I had to let the undertow pull me in, because if you try to push your head on the top of that coral reef, it will bounce you right into the pit.
Oh, okay. You're still managing to get points in this level too, which is so huge. I mean, whenever I play this level, I'm just trying to,
get past the stage.
Yeah, exactly. It's just finish the stage, but you're still managing to rack up points with fireballs, rack up.
So I let it undertow me and it almost pulled me in. Believe it or not, it will never pull you in all the way if you just walk off. That's a big risk. It is not worth it to get those 10 coins. I'm letting you know that right now. That was an error right there. I should have waited. Right there at the time, I was like, oh my goodness, I made it all the way to World 7-2 without dying, and that guy hit me. I was like, at this point, I was like, nah, I'm done. I was like, there's no way. I was like, I have to do 7-3 without.
Yeah, that's brutal.
And the cheaps, that's random. There's only one consistent pattern of them. Only 3 can be on the stage at the same time. So I always try to get, see, those 3 on the stage. So I always try to get 1 to stay on the stage, so I know the other 2 will always come behind me.
Oh, I see.
See?
Yep. Let that one get in front. And...
That was close.
Yeah, that was very close. I'm gonna let you know right now, there was no skill in that. There was no plan. I just reacted, and that was that.
Well,
now I'm like, okay, let me just try to stay in front of them. Go under, run. At this point, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna run, jump. That was a risk I took. I just wanted to get off the stage.
Yeah, I think everybody does.
Yeah. I've found it seems like almost every great world record has at least one really lucky spot. It's almost like a perfect game in baseball where one of the fielders will steal a play for the pitcher just one time, and it seems like world records are kind of like that sometimes. It seems like you always have one spot where maybe luck was on your side a little bit.
Yeah,
maybe that was yours.
It was a mixture of luck and reaction. Now for this world, I already knew how to do this. What was going in my mind right now is this: if I can get off this stage without killing Koopa, and I can make it, right there I was like, I hiccup right there, because I was like, oh, I was supposed to just wait. So when I passed the stage, I was like, wait a minute, I made it to level 8 without dying. That's when I was like, wow, I can have a possible no death game. All I need to do is get a mushroom. That's all I was thinking in my head. Get to 8-2. That was it. That was all that was on my mind. Get to 8-2. This stage is automatic. No one should ever die on 8-1. It's literally that very easy. It's as if you're doing World 1.
Yeah.
I always thought it was like a teaser. The game wanted you to think, oh, it's about to get easy again, and then 8-2 comes along and proves you wrong.
Yeah. So then now I go on in here. A lot of people forget about this tunnel. Ouch. So I'm about to show you wait, do I do this trick here? there's an automatic way to pass this area where you don't die. But I'm trying to remember if I decided to just do it or play cautious. No, I decided to play cautious. Yeah, I decided to play cautious. Oh, no. Yeah, I decided to play cautious. You could just run on the top of that and just do a running jump. You'll jump, you'll land right on top of the turtle, and then you'll just run up straight across without dying. You skip the Starman for a reason. Don't never get the Starman. Before I used to get the Starman, but then if you get the Starman, you miss out on this.
Oh, yeah.
See, now what if that Buzzy Beetle turned around and hit me? Like, why did it have to be greedy? Why didn't I just wait there? So now, at this part, my heart's kind of racing not because of the time, because I know I'm going to enter level 8 too, and I have to get past this Lakitu, and he's annoying. All you have to do is run, jump on the stair, the second to the last stair on the top, and just wait there, right there, and the guy's going to jump over you. Get up there, make sure he throws it right there, and you can get rid of him. That's a standard pattern. It's always programmed to do the same thing. So now I'm like, okay, I need to get this mushroom. So I'm gonna wait till this idiot gets out of my way. And I was like, okay, boom. Now I just gotta jump over this guy. I was like, oh, he fell in the pit. I was like, yes.
Now, Triforce, correct me if I'm wrong, but in the NES version, isn't that a free life?
Yes, that is.
Not a
That's a free life.
That's what I thought.
Now I'm going after this firepower. Even if it kills me.
Alright.
Nice.
So now I'm like, wow, okay, I have the firepower. Now nothing else. There's a coin box there, but it is important for me to get to World 8-3 with my firepower because I have to fight the Hammer Brothers. This is annoying. So I decided to just do that. Now you're supposed to run and just fall off and then run across, but sometimes you run and for some reason you just fall in the pit.
Yeah, fall right in that center part.
Yeah, so I didn't want to take the risk for it.
Alright, lads.
No, you are absolutely right though. That I think a lot of people do know that if you can make it to 8-3 with firepower, it's the level is
Game is over.
yeah 3 times easier. It's just getting there that's the hard part.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
That was annoying right there. You notice how I'm playing a little bit sloppy and overly cautious?
A little cautious,
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much the next stage is going to be absolutely free.
Now,
Yeah, I don't know if I'd use the word sloppy. Maybe not quite as eloquent as you were early on, but
Overly cautious.
Yeah.
Maybe.
just cautious. I don't even know if he's overly cautious.
Yeah.
I do love, you haven't done it in a little while, but I do love how you will step on the turtles and then shoot them with the fireballs to get a little extra points.
Yep.
That's a cool move.
see this, lads? Now, all I have to do is avoid the cheap
Now
shots
I'm going to show you
from the
something that
castle.
I was mentioning to you guys
That'll
about
be
World
good.
5. Watch this. Look how many coins I have at the end of the stage. How many coins is that?
47.
Okay. Now, if I had died those 4 times on level 5-1, getting the 16 coins in the
All I have to do is get into
under
that
the
warp
what's the
that
name of this
water
thing?
warp pipe. Get there,
Ah,
I'm good.
crap. In the warp pipe, right? Actually, because the first run you don't count
Yeah, I know.
those 16 coins,
I'm gonna make
so
that
it's
mistake.
actually
Like I
16
did
times
earlier.
3. And when you get the 16 times 3, you get 48. So my 48, let's see here. My 48 and the 47 coins that I totally have will put me at 95. And when you get here, this is how you can get the 21st man. You see this coin block right here? You pop that, but you do not go up there. You run past the screen, it will reload that coin box again. So you do it 5 times, and there go your 21st man. And that's how you get that's how you get a little bit over 3 million. And if you play a
Yes.
solid game, you can get 3.1.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah, I could see that. Well, especially you've missed very few coins in this entire game, but you have missed a few always because you made the choice to
Yeah,
miss some.
It's not like when I remember what I told you in 8-2, I could have gone back for that coin box, but no, I just because I already calculated in my head that I was going to get about 40 something coins, so it wasn't necessary for me to necessarily get that and risk my firepower.
Okay.
But when I'm going for the 3 million game, you got to go for the gusto.
Nice. And there it is.
New world record.
And,
Awesome.
What's different about this game is that when you complete the game, every life that you have, you get 100,000
Get
points
some
for
rest,
it.
and I'll go for the 3 million in the morning.
Just keep putting on
Yeah, just keep it.
Princess
In
is
true arcade fashion.
yeah, the
So I
princess
like
is hot.
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Actually, I miscounted. Because I had 20 mil.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stop. I'm just gonna show it just so I could see the
Oh,
score.
then leave it. Let it end. I'll write out my name.
Very awesome.
Very cool. Very cool.
Well, thanks,
No
Triforce,
game.
for sharing this video with us and the rest of the world
Absolutely,
here
man.
on the first episode of the Twin Galaxies Show Gameplay Edition.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We gotta ask. What's up with the toads? What do you think? Are the toads like relatives of Princess Toadstool? Of the little mushroom retainers, the toad guys that you save in the first 7 levels?
Well,
I always
actually,
wonder.
they're supposed, according to the Super Mario lore, they're supposed to be, the Goombas? The
Yeah.
Goombas are actually spoiled mushrooms.
Oh, okay.
You see those mushrooms that you
Yeah.
pop out the box? That's what the Goombas are. They're just spoiled mushrooms. They're evil mushrooms. They decided to give the evil mushrooms their own personality in the lost levels by making them purple, and they took away your health. But they found out later on that it's kind of pointless because that's what the Goombas were. Those toads are supposed to be soldiers for the Mushroom Kingdom, but they're pretty much pointless because Koopa just kicks them out of the way. It's like, what's their point? I don't see the relevance of them other than standing there. Now, if the toads walked up to Mario and said, "Hey, touch me," and Mario gets powered up, then it's relevant. But
Yeah.
outside of that, I don't see anything. The only toad that makes a difference is Toad himself.
Yeah, that's what I wondered. Which is one of those ones you save in Mario? Is it the Toad that then you play in Mario 2, or then you get the blue Toad and the yellow Toad in the new Mario? I'm a little bit fascinated with Toad lore, and in the gaming in the Mario world.
There's only one Toad, and the only Toad that exists that's relevant is the Toad with Princess Toadstool. And he stays in the castle with Princess Toadstool. When you play the Mario Superstar Saga, you start to notice where Toad is. He never leaves the actual castle that the princess is originally kidnapped from. He always stays in that castle.
He's like the regent every time Princess Toadstool gets captured, which is pretty often. He runs the kingdom while Mario's out trying to save her.
Say pretty much. But then you ever notice that they made a like an off brown Toad, the old little guy, and now he's like the retainer of the Mushroom Kingdom. It's no longer Toad. He's always around. That reminds me.
Well, and he does ride go-karts and stuff, and in Mario Kart and other things. He's around.
He's around.
I guess once they gave him his own personality, especially with the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, because there was an episode where he got the firepower and the star, the Star Man, and Toad became this character all of a sudden. So they was like, something, let's remove him from the retainer position and put him in his own adventures. And then we need someone else to replace him. So they created this off brown mushroom guy. I don't even know his name. I haven't. But
My kids call him Old Toad, but
Old Toad.
that's my kids are 4 and 7. That's what they call him. But
Well,
so that's what I've been calling him recently.
that sounds like the appropriate name for him. We're gonna call him the Old Toad. So he now runs the Mushroom Kingdom.
They didn't really start calling him Toad till like Mario 2, right? Because I remember it was always just a mushroom retainer when in just Super Mario Brothers, but it seems
But
like that came out in Mario 2.
The Mushroom Retainer is actually a title, because that's what it is, Mushroom Retainer. So Toad was his first name, given to him.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Everyone's stuck with it since that time. They need to just make a Toad game.
They do need to make a Toad game. You're right. I agree with you wholeheartedly on them making a Toad game.
What happens if Mario and Luigi was captured by Bowser, and they somehow brainwashed Princess Toadstool to help make it happen?
And the only person left is Toad.
It's Toad, yep.
And Yoshi.
Toadstool is the bad character. Oh, Toad and Yoshi.
Toad
Yeah,
and Yoshi.
Toad and Yoshi.
There's the title right
Yep.
there. Toad and Yoshi. Yoshi got his own games, but just put Toad first, then Yoshi.
I really
Sell
like that.
millions of copies.
Even Luigi has his own game.
Yeah.
He does. He does.
Peach has her own game. Luigi has his own game.
Yeah, where's Toad?
Where's Toad? Yeah.
No love for Toad.
Yeah, and Toad is one of my favorite characters, mostly from the Super Mario Kart games. Love Toad. Small and fast, gotta go Toad.
Best kart racer there is. He was the best character in Super Mario 2.
Yes, he is the best character in Super Mario 2. A lot of people disagree with you and I on that, but I agree with you.
Anyone who can get you the most lives is the best character in the game.
Hmm.
That's just a fact. So when you look at Toad, he can get you more coins than anyone else.
A lot of Toad haters like to talk about how he's the only character that can't do the shortcut in the first level, but who cares about that? It's not that hard.
It's not important.
Yeah.
Wow, one level? You give him one level? Who cares? That's not important. Like when you fight guys like Tri-Clyde and Fry Guy, the other characters are moving so slow. Toad's running circles around these guys.
He picks up Birdo's eggs and throws them back at him before he falls to the ground.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can kill Birdo with Toad and never touch the ground. He's
No.
like veal. He never touches the ground before he finishes.
When you're looking at speed runs, all the flat levels that does not require high jumps, who's the character that's being picked?
Yeah, always Toad. Always Toad.
You're not getting a world record speed run in Super Mario 2 if you're not picking Toad, and that's just the facts.
I agree. I realize, yeah, there may be a few levels here and there where you need Luigi, but I always thought the princess was kind of cheating too. I don't like that she can fly. Spun me out.
She can actually fly. And I'm surprised Toad is not even in the Smash Brothers game. And
Yeah, that bums me out. That bums me out.
well, hopefully we'll see one of these runbacks, and then I'd like to play a Toad game. So run back, and they want to do a game like that, they could put it on the DS. It's not that important for it to be on console.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
DS game, and that'll be great. I'll be one of the first people playing it. But
Why EMP, Triforce, for your
why
initials?
EMP?
Yeah.
Oh, when I first got into Twin Galaxies, my personal initials was TGM, which was Triforce Game Master, and I've been running with that since period. Before, people used to just call me, before my name was added as Triforce, they just called me the Game Master. So that's what the T was originally for. But in 1999, before the turn of the century, I added Triforce to my first name, so it's legally a part of my name. My full legal name is Isaiah Triforce. My middle name is Masato, and my last name is Johnson. So that I used to use that all the time. Turn of the century came around. I went to Fun Spot, and when I set my first arcade world record, they said whatever initials you put is the initials you have to use in every game you set your world record for. And because I'm running Empire Arcadia, I wanted to represent the company. It wasn't so important to represent myself, but I'm trying to represent my brand in gaming with all these other players out here, like Yipes, like Sanford, Dominion, Craymore, Dragon God, Nelson, Jago. It's so many of these players out here that have helped me raise my company's brand to what it is today. And so I decided to, give up my initials and give it up to the company. So EMP stands for Empire Arcadia.
Oh, cool.
Excellent.
Very neat.
Excellent. Hey, Triforce, thank you so much for joining us today.
I appreciate it.
And congratulations on your world record. That was an exciting run to watch and very, very, very impressive.
All right. I would like to give special thanks to my sponsors who helped me to get out to the area that I needed to play the game. Raw Gameplay. I don't know if you guys allow people to put out websites and stuff like that, but they're a media company that covers the gaming culture.
Go ahead. Plug away.
It's www.rawgameplay.com. They also have a YouTube, so you can find them on their YouTube at youtube.com/rawgameplay. And I'd also like to thank my personal investor, Peter Pappas. He's actually stood in my corner. He's the reason why I'm able to do what I'm doing in Twin Galaxies for the last 4 years, since 2008. And a new investor that joined Empire Arcadia, who's also understands and believes in the goal that Empire Arcadia is trying to do, which is to help further develop the gaming culture, community, and the industry. And his name is Nelson Reyes.
Very
Excellent.
neat. Thank you very much, and hope to see more from you in the future.
I'm sure we will.
You guys will see me more in the future.
And we'll see you personally in March, correct?
Yes, you guys will see me in March
At the Kong Off.
Yes, and then you'll see me in June for the Fun Spot. And then if you guys are going to the International Video Game Hall of Fame,
We wouldn't miss it.
August 7th, then you'll definitely see me there.
Well, you see us there pretty much at all of them.
Yep,
so.
yeah, we will be there. I'm looking forward to all of them. And great talking with you again, Triforce.
No problem. Thank you very much.
See ya.
See ya.
See ya. Bye-bye.